right, so yesterday we just drove about 11 hours to make it down here to southeastern Missouri from our home in Metro Detroit. So we're in the Ozarks. We're getting ready to take a 5-day trip on the Current River. We're just waiting for our outfitter, and they're going to drive us up to our put-in at Cedar Grove. 5-day canoe trip, Current River, Ozarks, our first time. Let's go. We are at Cedar Grove starting our 5-day trip on the Current River. We're all packed up. We got the canoe sorted, gear loaded, and Garrett's kayak. A little bit of an eventful morning. We left one of the bags in the outfitter's van, so I had to use the Garmin to get a hold of Vanessa, my wife, and luckily she was able to get a hold of it before waiting here too long, and he was able to turn around and get us the bag. So anyways, here we are at the put-in. It's a beautiful morning. A little bit later start than maybe perhaps what we wanted, but that's okay. We're here now. We're in it. Good to go. I'm excited. How about you guys? Yeah? All right. Here we go. What do you think so far? Mellow? Garrett's on the board. He got the first fish. Little rainbow trout. I'm assuming, was it a rainbow trout? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Crimped all the barbs so they come out pretty easy. It's also an eagle nest. Don't see the eagle in there, but Garrett sees a hole he wanted to try. Any luck, bud? No. Not yet. Just the one trout so far. All right, so it's lunchtime. It's about noon. We stopped at this gravel bar to have a little lunch, grab a bite to eat. So we got our food barrel out with, what did we have? Hard salami, some crackers, cheddar cheese, some homemade venison jerky that I made. Nice little pit stop here. We all used the restroom, and we're about ready to hit the river again here. But so far, it has been absolutely gorgeous weather. Nice float so far. The scenery is pretty cool, and I think we're digging it. Yeah, what do you think, Logue? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, first guy, a little smallie, tiny, but that's okay, fun nonetheless. So we're having a blast out here. We'll get him back in the water. Good to be on the board. Too easy. He's decent for these little rivers. All right, man, this little spot here that we pulled off to has been nothing short of a little honey hole. So I caught, how many bass did I catch? 4 or 5? 5 bass. And I know Logue's got some bites. And then I would have never guessed Garrett would have picked this up off of what he was using. But he got this lovely little rainbow trout. So we got a little snack to go with dinner. So we're looking forward to that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, up against this little hole right here, they're just loaded up in there. Okay, so right now we're at the site of Welch Springs, and this was a hospital that's since been abandoned. The hospital was built right on top of a spring. Pretty cool spot here to check out with lots of history. My understanding is that somebody had this hospital built, and what their goal was is to try and treat asthma. The idea being that the springs would have healing properties. Very refreshing here. Pulling up to this gravel bar. We think this is gonna be home tonight. Looks like it could work. So it's getting a little late. Time to make camp, especially when we had our late start tonight. So let's check it out. All right, so this gravel bar has worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. We got our tent set up. The stuff kind of put it over there. We're gonna do a little bit of organizing. It's kind of a chaotic mess right now, but wanted to get this fish fried up for our lovely little appetizer. And I'm very happy and thankful for this trout and thankful for Garrett's contributions. That was an awesome catch. So yeah, we're cooking this up and it's almost done and I cannot wait. I can't believe you caught that trout off of a paddle tail. I don't know, that's a first for me. So we're just sitting here by the fire, relaxing. It's about 8:30. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit and then go to bed. I think we're all pretty tired after traveling and then the chaos from this morning, paddling, all that good stuff. Me personally, I think I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Good morning on day 2 of the Current River. We just got packed up. Most everything's put away. The rain came through, I don't know, I think about 5 a.m. There's supposed to be more rain coming, so we kind of quickly packed up. Didn't even make a full breakfast, just breakfast bar, trying to get on the river here pretty quick. It's, I don't know, about 8:30, and the wind's been howling pretty good. It has been since last night, but yeah, we're ready to put some miles on. Yeah, we'll see what today brings. Man, how cool. So I think this is Cave Springs. So let's go check it out. Oh man, how cool is this? The color of this water just is insane. It's crazy to think that that's here. I think it's, from my understanding, it's all the minerals that come up from the springs that give it this almost Caribbean color. Just be very careful. I'm gonna back off because I can't see. Pretty wicked awesome though, huh?
And you're only at like 2 feet down.
Well, I think I read that it gets something like 200 feet in the back there, like the depth of it. We already paddled in, but now we're on foot, just kind of exploring the area. Like I said, it just like reminds me of something like in the Caribbean. It's nuts. End of the road for us. What do you guys think? Don't yell too loud. Don't want to come crashing down on us. No, I don't think that would happen. But just in case. Wow. Well, this has been, for me, one of the highlights so far. Checking out a cave. So I've seen the hospital yesterday, the abandoned hospital on Welch Spring, and now Cave Springs. Cool stuff. Pretty dreary day, a little bit cold, windy. I mean, wind has been a problem. A couple of these spots on the river have been like an open crossing on a lake. But the sights have been pretty incredible. I'd like to know more about the geology. If anybody watching knows about the geology of the area, you know, what these rocks are made of and how they were formed, I'd be interested to know. Yeah, so the rain's coming down a little bit right now. We stopped at Pull-Tight Park and Campground for lunch, but we got back in the river. It's starting to get a little bit late just because of the rain. Obviously it's going to get dark a little bit sooner, so I don't think we're going to be paddling for too much longer, probably about an hour, and then we'll find a spot, start looking for a spot. Want to get the tarp up, look forward to seeing what goes on tonight. I have a feeling we're probably just going to hit in the hay pretty early, but yeah, we'll see what the next leg of the river brings us here in this rain. All right, so we got camp set up in the rain. It's been raining nonstop. I don't know, I think for the last 5-6 hours. I think it's a little past 6 now. So we're working on getting dinner going. Really just been a dreary afternoon here, just hanging out in the tent really for the most part. We were pretty soaked and cold, so trying to get warm and all that good stuff. Made for a long day paddling in the water. So this is a cheddar broccoli chicken and rice. Probably about another 10 minutes. And it'll have all the water soaked up and we should be good to go. And while we wait for that, poured myself a little glass of bourbon. So cheers. Good morning, day 3 on the Current River. So it was definitely a soggy one last night. Here on the Current River, you're only permitted to camp on the gravel bars or designated campgrounds. There are some campgrounds along the way. Pretty chaotic morning, and to kind of see what's going on with the river, the water's like well consumed the area that we were camped out on last night. It started rising really quick in the middle of the night from all the rainfall. Hard to imagine we were literally camped right there. Some high water, that is for sure. So I woke up to go to the bathroom, and I don't know, we had basically lakefront property, so I had to wake up the kids at about, I don't know, what was it, like 4:45, boys? Yeah, and I was like, sorry to wake you guys, but you gotta wake up. A little bit of emergency here. We gotta get everything packed up and moved up to high ground. To make matters worse, stupid me, I feel so embarrassed. We didn't pull up Garrett's kayak far enough and didn't tie it off, so it's gone. I'm hoping that we see it pinned up against a tree or something. Very unlikely. It's probably well made its way downriver by now. A lot of things I probably would have done differently, but live and learn. You can see we got our stuff all sprawled out. We're just hanging out, sitting here, kind of tucked in the woods here, so we can't really have a fire. A little too dangerous for that, even though it just rained. We didn't get flooded out, but just trying to dry out our stuff from yesterday, you know, pedaling in all the rain. We're just hanging out here now, drinking some coffees and hot cocos, trying to warm up. At least all our stuff is in good shape. We're all whole, that's what really matters. So our plan is to hang out here for a few hours, then hopefully the river dies down a little bit. It's a little fast right now with the kids. I don't want to dive into it straight away. And then there's a campground not too far from here, so we're gonna pull into there, assess the situation, either stay the night there, or we might even call this the end of our journey. Learned a lot of lessons, so I am thankful for that. Wish we had Garrett's kayak, because now, I don't know. It's going to be tricky trying to get 3 of us plus the equipment in the canoe here. I don't even know if we can safely do it. So we're going to try and pack it up and see what happens, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're here at the campground. That was the goal for today, was just to kind of make it here early. The river definitely was high on our way in. There was a couple spots that were like class 2 rapids that we had to kind of skirt around, avoid those. But yeah, we got camp all set up. We got water filtering, gathering some firewood here. Learning the lay of the land, of course, me being a Michigan boy. This area is a little bit different to what I'm used to, but one of the things I do love is the easy access to all the hardwood, which burns great. But yeah, we're just gonna cut up some firewood, get a fire going, because it's a little chilly. It's supposed to get pretty cold tonight, I think down to 29. It's turned out to be a good day for how chaotic it started. But so we're here. Oh. Quick shout out to both our outfitter and the National Park Service. So our outfitter contacted National Park Service because they were just concerned about us. Of course, out here we're in a pretty remote area and there's not any cell signal, or I should say very few areas that actually have cell signal. It's difficult to get to. So they were concerned for our safety, reached out to the National Park Service, and we showed up to this campsite in just so happens that Park Service showed up and they kind of figured that it was us. We were like the only one here. And so they kind of asked us a few questions and they were like, oh yeah, you know, your outfitter was concerned about you. They actually thought they had some eyes on our kayak. They asked us, you know, what it looked like, gave them a description. We're like, yeah, we're pretty sure we got, you know, a bogey on it. And offered to take me a ride up the road. And interestingly enough, it's not very far down at all. And you could see it from the trail, the parking lot, whatever you want to call it. We have a good shot of recovering that tomorrow. But at the very least, at least our outfitter knows where it's at. And if the water's still too high tomorrow, that gives them an opportunity to retrieve it. Feel terrible, feel stupid, very embarrassed, rookie mistake, and I know better. I always tie my stuff down. Not sure why I forgot the kayak. I had the canoe tied up. For some reason, just completely overlooked the kayak. Please, if you're watching this, just think about that and don't do what I did. And hopefully this is a lesson to you not to lose your watercraft, right? Tie it up. Whether it be high water, winds, you never know. Crazy things can happen. So anyways, the National Park Service people that we dealt with, the 2 rangers, absolutely great people. They were very kind, very helpful, and I just want to give a huge thanks to them. Logue cooking us up the sausages. We had some leftover sausage. Little appetizer before our full dinner. They're good sausages too.
Yeah.
Oh, what flavors did we get? It was like a
Spicy.
One was like a adobo,
Yeah.
some kind of like Mexican spice type, and then the other one was like a sweet onion and pepper Italian style or something like that. But it's been a couple days. I mean, they're pre-cooked, but don't want them sitting around too long. Luckily the weather's mild, so we're good. Yeah, it's nice to have a fire after the last chaotic 24 hours. It was a cold, soggy last 24 hours. It's good to be somewhere comfortable. We're cheating a little bit today, but that's okay. I'm good with it. We had to dry our stuff out, so the tarp's already dried out. I suspect the tent is already. We got the tent all set up. We got a nice pile of firewood here. On the other side, we got some nice good logs. I found that nice big standing dead wood of some hardwood. The bark stripped off, so I don't know exactly what it is, but I can tell it's gonna burn nice. It's got that nice, seasoned hardwood clunk to it. So yeah, things are looking up. And I'd like to know what kind of tree that is that I keep seeing.
Tree. Comment down below.
Yeah, Logue says comment down below if you know.
We got some grill marks on those. They smell good too. They're gonna be tasty.
All right, so we're gonna get dinner going here. Get some water boiling. It's nor pasta Alfredo, but we're gonna chop up some bacon. But I did dehydrate some peas to go with it.
Next Bobby Flay.
We'll start with that. And then finishing touch. Parmesan. Logan's filling up our water at the creek because we discovered there's a creek, a feeder creek, that has nice clear water, whereas the river right now, because of all the rain, is pretty silty. So it's just easier on our filters. All right, we'll get some pepper on this and then bon appetit. So the water was way up here this morning. You can almost see the watermark there. Still moving pretty good. At a pretty good pace. We got from where we were camping yesterday to this campground in like record speed. We're cruising along. You can see the current's pushing pretty good. It's receding. So this entire campsite behind me right here, when we showed up, was completely underwater. And basically where I'm standing right now was the high water mark. Pretty wild. We got a really nice fire going. We had a great dinner. Oh, Garrett, what did you find in the woods over there? Goes to figure, Garrett finds a baseball, our baseball player. Mr. Baseball Player finds a baseball. Garrett has this little concoction that he invented. It's a marshmallow covered in peanut butter. So let's give it a try. I trust the system. All right, well, it's time to turn in for the night. I don't know, what time is it, guys? Like in 9 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. 8:45.
But we're pretty gassed. It's been a long day. We were up at like 5 in the morning scrambling. But it's been a great night, and we're ready for a good night's sleep and see what tomorrow brings. Good morning, beautiful people. So it's day 4. We're still at Sinking Creek Primitive Campground on the Current River. So I talked to the boys this morning as to how we wanted to handle going forward the next couple days. I got in touch with my wife through my Garmin, and she's gonna try and contact the outfitter and see if we can get a shuttle out of here tomorrow. What we're thinking is we're just gonna stay put, stay another night here, and then get taken out tomorrow. That's okay. Sometimes things don't go according to plan. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and see if we can get that arranged, and then we're just gonna hang out here. It was cold last night. I believe it got every bit of 29, 28 degrees. Yeah, it got pretty chilly there. We were fine, but you could definitely tell there was frost on everything. So yeah, it's nice to see the sun is out now. And we'll see where things go from here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm taking my titanium water pot here down to the creek to get some water so I can get some coffee and breakfast going. There we go, some hot coffee and chocolate, hot cocoa. Nice breakfast burritos here. Top it off with cheese. And then, Garrett, hot sauce. I think it might be a little froze. Oh no, it's fine. There we go. Now we're jamming.
Oh my god.
Oh! Yeah, that's cold. Awake now. Got the fire going. We'll get some water boiling here for dinner. It's Taco Mac tonight. Last night on the Current River. Turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day. We had a nice day here. Perhaps a little bit boring at some points. We had a lot of downtime. Whatever. We were warm. We were cozy. We had everything we needed here with camp already set up and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're here to make the best of our last night here and see what tonight brings us. Logan, you can't catch a break from the smoke, can you?
Follows me everywhere.
Oh, that stinks. Well, now it's getting me. So while we're waiting for the water to boil, I'm sipping on a little cup of whiskey here. And Garrett's in a fire trance, just playing with the fire here, right?
Yeah.
So we discussed, we got to come back and plan another trip now that we know the lay of the land a little bit better and we know what to expect and that sort of thing.
Revenge.
Revenge, that's right. We can't let the Current River get the better of us. Water is boiling, so let's get this in. Good old Taco Mac. The only difference, this time instead of beef, it's with venison. Venison I harvested myself, which is always a good feeling. Give this little stir and let it stay on the heat for a bit. I'll let that stew, stir it once in a while. Then we'll take it off and let it rehydrate for about 15 minutes. Pasta in there with tomatoes and the green chili, salsa, ground venison. I think it'll be pretty good.
What is that?
Smallmouth.
A small.
How cool is this right off the campsite? Earlier, no luck at all. This was in the afternoon, but I mean, this is a perfect spot because we got a creek running into the main flow here. Fish are bound to be here at some point. So I told Garrett, I'm like, let's try in the evening. They're gonna come into the shallows to feed on crayfish and whatnot. Sure enough, first cast, missed a bite. Second cast, caught one. Third cast, caught another. Keep tension on it. Yeah!
It's a big boy too.
Awesome! Is it a bigger one?
He's getting under.
I'm gonna have to call you back later. Take it easy.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah, that's big.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Start walking back.
Good job. That's a beast.
That's a nice catch, buddy. Wow. Barbel's hook pops right out. Dude.
Got 5?
I win.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's humongous.
Garrett or Logan's got one.
Oh, Logan's got one too, a little one.
Barbless hook pops right out. Woohoo!
Might be big.
Oh, Logan, good job.
Oh, that's a big guy.
Nice.
Not a bad guy.
So last night here on the Current River, we had a great night fishing, had a great dinner, had some popcorn by the fire, had some good chats, but now it's time to turn in. I don't know, what time is it, like 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. Yeah. It's been a great day, and we're ready for bed, so it's time to go to sleep, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, beautiful people. Last day, day 5. It's Thursday on the Current River. So it was another chilly one last night. Frost on the tarp up here, frost on the tent. The water that we have filtered is froze. I did put the filter for the platypus and our Life Straw water bottles in the food barrel, hoping that that would prevent them from freezing and destroying the filters. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's another bright, gorgeous, sunny morning. I'm gonna start getting breakfast going here, and then we gotta pack up and get out of here. We have arrangements for our outfitter to pick us up at 1 p.m. So, I mean, plenty of time, but yeah, everything's dried out, so that's good. And we'll just kind of take our time, yeah, and we'll go from there. Also gonna work on getting this pancake mix going. Oh yeah, a lot of the lines still froze. Chunks of ice. Ova Easy egg crystals. They're the best. Very scientific around here. Everything's just eyeballed. Can tell this is going to need a little bit more water. There we go. That's consistency I'm looking for. Okay, so we got our pancake mix and our eggs. Water's boiling. This is from the creek, so I gotta let that boil. I'm gonna cut the bacon in half just so it's easier to manage in the pan. Okay, that's been boiling. Instant coffee. Perfect measurements. Get the bacon in here. Let's crispen this up a bit. Our last breakfast feast for the trip. Scrambled eggs, pancakes, and bacon. Way to end it off, right? And the coffee is divine this morning.